Whew. So, it's a little cold in the shop. It's like December. Oh, it's Christmas week. It's December something. It's the Monday of December, Christmas week. But let's see. What do we got in here? I don't know if we can see it on here, but it's like 48, 47 degrees. I don't know if we can see that on there. There we go. It's kind of 47 degrees ish in here, but yeah, temperature's definitely dropping. It's starting to become winter. It's definitely been cold outside, but yeah, we've got a lot going on in here. So there's this Hyundai Elantra. I don't believe it's an N, but it is super cool. It's coming in for some brakes, brake rotors, pads, sway bar, rear sway bar. But this thing's manual, and it's like super nice. It's like, I don't know, just super nice car. This thing's in for clutch master and slave cylinder. Something had failed there, so we're doing that. This is in for some troubleshooting. We did a motor back in March, and it seems like either the map or the MAF sensor has failed, so I'm doing some troubleshooting on that. This guy over here is in for a new rally build. We're just charging up the battery because the battery was dead from it sitting, and I put it here because I thought I was going to start working on like pulling the dash apart and pulling the wiring out of the car and getting it ready for doing cage. We're going to be building a cage in this starting this Friday, and I just got into thinking about all the other stuff that we need to do to prep this car and build this car versus what we actually did on my car. So I want to try to tie in the strut towers on this car with the cage. So that means relocating the battery. We are not doing ABS in this car, so we're going to take the ABS unit is right here, and we're going to take that out. We're also going to replace all the brake lines and the fuel lines. They're going to run inside the car, and so in order to do a number of these things, not only do we have to move the battery, remove the ABS pump, but I want to take the false firewall out, which means in order for me to do that and take out the brake lines and reroute things correctly and blah 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 blah, I'm gonna have to take the whole front end off the car, drop the motor and the trans out of the car, and then I can actually get to work. So of course the only way to do that is to just drop everything out from underneath, which means taking the exhaust off, taking the drive shaft off, like making sure the shifter is going to come down, obviously disconnecting all of the engine stuff, coolant, lines, power steerings, well, not power steering per se, but at least the rack from the column, all of the electrical connections, air boxes, blah, 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 blah. So like everything's got to come out. It's got to be drained of coolant. It's got to be drained of oil, drained of gear oil, and we got to drop that thing out. So we're going to actually put a charge on this thing, keep everything interior wise on the car for now, drive it to the lift, drain the fluids, disconnect the exhaust and pull that down, pull the drive shaft, blah 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 blah, start disconnecting most of the things that will be a lot easier to do on the lift versus do it here in place where we do the actual cage build. So, lots going on. Oh, and I have a Fiesta ST coming in for a motor right now. That'll be here in the next half hour or so, but the motor's already here. That got dropped off last week, and so that's going to be a similar situation on this one too. It's going to be just, pull the front end, drop the whole thing out of the car, separate the motor and the trans, put the new motor, clutch, and everything that he bought new in, and yeah, that's just what we have going on this week. you know, just. So, and I think I have an appointment tomorrow too. Lots going on. So yeah, today was a crazy day. We got that Elantra brakes done. We got the blue WRX that was here done, and that took forever. Sam's Saab story had a problem when we went to lunch, so we had to go fix him and get him ready. And then yeah, I still haven't had time to test drive this. I gotta tomorrow I'm doing that.